Hello, and welcome to the Literacy Victoria information session for volunteers.
Thank you for considering Literacy Victoria for your volunteer time.
We are a non-profit, registered charitable organization that has been serving the Greater Victoria region since 1988. As visitors, we give thanks to the Coast Salish people for allowing us to live and work within their traditional territories. Literacy Victoria works with learners, tutors, volunteers, and community partners to create learner-centered approaches to literacy training for individuals who face a variety of literacy challenges.
We are located in downtown Victoria at 930A Yates Street, and we are open from Monday to Friday.
This information session will cover
Adult literacy issues, Literacy Victoria programs and services, steps to becoming a tutor or literacy helper, the schedule of core training, and other volunteer opportunities.
In 2005, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization defined literacy as the ability to identify, understand, interpret, create, communicate, compute, and use printed and written materials associated with varying contexts. Literacy involves a continuum of learning to enable an individual to achieve his or her goals, to develop his or her knowledge and potential, and to participate fully in the wider society. The International Adult Literacy Survey created 5 levels of literacy. Level 1 is for people who have few basic reading, writing, and numeracy skills. Level 2 is for those who are able to deal with material that is simple and clearly laid out. Level 3 includes individuals who possess the minimum desired skill level for today's knowledge-based and electronic world. And levels 4 and 5 have a wide range of reading skills and are able to meet the demands of society today and in the future. In Canada, approximately 48% of working-age adults are below level 3. In British Columbia, this translates to approximately 1 million adults. Low literacy levels impact people in a variety of ways. It can affect their self-esteem and confidence. It can affect their health, both mentally and physically. It can impact their economic opportunities. It can affect their ability to be civically and socially engaged. To put it simply, literacy levels are directly connected to a person's overall quality of life. We offer programming that is learner-centered and that comes at no charge to the learner. We use a blended learning approach that incorporates both paper and computer skills, and we use the adult literacy benchmarks as our guide. We also ensure that the service we provide is physically accessible and emotionally supportive. Currently, we have 4 main programs: the Learners Network, Community Literacy Outreach, the Aboriginal Literacy Program, and Workforce Literacy and Essential Skills. At the center of all our programs is Literacy Victoria's core tutor training. This training is a prerequisite for tutoring in all of our programs. Depending on the program, you may require additional training specific to the program's area of service. The Learners Network provides one-to-one tutoring that helps individuals with reading, writing, numeracy, computer, and other essential skills. Together, learners and tutors set and work on the learner's literacy goals. This is what we mean when we describe our approach as learner-centered. Throughout the year, this program also hosts special events and activities for both learners and tutors. The Community Literacy Outreach Program is for adults who face multiple barriers to learning. Some of these barriers include poverty, homelessness, addiction, and illness. The outreach program doesn't wait for clients to walk through our door and request literacy services. What we do is we bring the resources to the places where our services are most needed. Places like shelters, food banks, and prisons all benefit from our learner-centered, blended learning approach. The Community Outreach Program's community partners are the Mustard Seed Food Bank, the Single Parent Resource Center, the Sandy Merriman House for Women, StreetLink Emergency Shelter, Next Steps Transition House, Wilkinson Road Correctional Center, and the John Howard Society. Our Aboriginal Literacy Initiative currently includes 2 programs: the Aboriginal Tutor Training Program and the Aboriginal Literacy and Essential Skills Pilot Project. The Aboriginal Tutor Training Program provides learner-centered, culturally relevant, free adult literacy programming within First Nation communities across southern Vancouver Island. We provide volunteer tutors the skills they need to effectively support the learning goals of Aboriginal learners. The Aboriginal Literacy and Essential Skills Pilot Project has an overall goal to work collaboratively with First Nations communities across southern Vancouver Island. This 3-year national pilot project is being funded by the federal government and aims to help adults with low literacy levels living on reserve build the literacy and essential skills they need to effectively contribute to their families and communities. The Workforce Literacy and Essential Skills Project was developed with leading private sector employers and community partners and was funded as a national pilot project by the federal government in August of 2009. The project provides learning pathways and learning modules that focus on the literacy and essential skills needed for an entry-level position in each sector. For instance, hospitality, retail foods, marine repair, and construction. Our corporate partners are the Empress Hotel, Thrifty Foods, the Victoria Shipyards, and Dockside Green. Our community partners are the Disability Resource Centre and the Coast Salish Employment and Training Society, also known as CSETS. Supporting all of our programs is the Literacy Victoria Computer Lab. The Computer Lab provides opportunities for learners to gain skills and knowledge on computers, as well as to take online courses, perform internet searches, and send emails. We provide both one-to-one and drop-in support for learners and literacy helpers. Between September and April, the Computer Lab is open late, until 8:30 p.m., one evening per week. We also have a mobile computer lab for off-site use. If you have between 1.5 and 4 hours per week that you would like to share with Literacy Victoria, we invite you to consider becoming a tutor. Tutors work directly with learners, meeting either once or twice a week, usually for about 2 hours per session. Learner-tutor pairs can meet at the Literacy Victoria offices or in another public setting such as a library or a coffee shop. We ask that all of our volunteers commit to 6 months of tutoring to ensure great results for our learners. Another volunteer position with Literacy Victoria involves assisting in the Computer Lab. Computer Lab assistants support the lab as a whole, helping learners and tutors with problem solving and learning basic skills. We ask that our Computer Lab assistants are confident with internet searches, email, and basic word processing, and that they are available for 2 to 3 hours per week. The 6-month requirement also applies to this position. In addition to being a tutor or working in the Computer Lab, we offer volunteer experiences such as assisting with fundraising, special events, serving on our board of directors, office work, and community literacy events. If you are interested in supporting literacy but volunteering is not for you, we invite you to consider a financial gift to show your support. We offer charitable tax receipts for all contributions and accept donations online, by phone, and by mail. To make a secure online donation, click the Donate Now button on our website. At Literacy Victoria, we believe in treating people with dignity and respect. Helping learners to achieve their personal goals is the focus of our work. We strive to involve learners in the organization's operations and decision-making processes, and as a team of volunteers, learners, and staff, we always model a supportive and caring community. Andragogy. Research has shown us that children and adults learn differently. Andragogy is the science and art of helping adults learn. Using this approach, learning is delivered through tasks and activities, not by subjects. The learner's knowledge and experience are honored, and learning opportunities are created in the context of everyday life. There are several steps to becoming a tutor at Literacy Victoria. The first step is this online information session. Step 2 is to complete the application form. You can find this form by clicking on the link below. A criminal record check and 2 letters of reference are also required. Once we receive your completed application form, you will be invited to an intake interview. If, after this interview, it is clear that Literacy Victoria is a good match for your volunteering preferences, then you are scheduled for the day-long core tutor training. Once the core training is complete, you will participate in a placement discussion. Depending on which of Literacy Victoria's programs you apply to, additional program-specific training may be required. Once all required training is complete, the program coordinator will look for a suitable match. You will be able to start tutoring as soon as a match is made. Literacy Victoria provides ongoing training and support for all tutors. Some of this training is required, and some of it is optional. We ask that our learner-tutor pairs also provide quarterly progress reports and other contacts as necessary. Our core tutor trainings occur several times per year based on need. They involve one 6-hour training, followed by an additional 10 hours of training on evenings or weekends after your first match is established. There are also ongoing in-service trainings on specific adult learning-related topics. If you are interested in participating in a training, please notify the LV staff. Thank you for considering Literacy Victoria for your volunteering time.